Welcome to Quest for Facts. If you enjoy learning amazing facts, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
The First World War, often called the Great War, wasn't just a battle of soldiers and strategies. It was a battle of innovations. Many of the technologies and inventions that emerged during this conflict not only shaped the battlefield, but also altered the course of history. But have you ever wondered which inventions truly changed the game? Let's dive into some of the most fascinating breakthroughs that turned World War I into a laboratory of innovation. Let's start with one of the most iconic symbols of this war, the tank. Imagine you're a soldier in the trenches, facing endless barbed wire and enemy fire. Suddenly, this massive metal beast rolls onto the battlefield, impervious to bullets, and crushes everything in its path. The first tanks, like the British Mark I, weren't perfect. They were slow, prone to breaking down, and often stuck in muddy terrain. But they revolutionized warfare by breaking the stalemates of trench battles. What's fascinating is that the idea for tanks came from agricultural tractors used for plowing fields. Who knew farming could inspire such a powerful weapon? Here's a question for you. Did you know the name tank was originally a code name to disguise its purpose? Early developers pretended they were building water tanks to keep the enemy guessing. Isn't it ironic how a name meant to mislead became so iconic? Now let's talk about something that's a bit airborne, the airplane. Before World War I, planes were mostly seen as novelties. But during the war, they transformed into deadly tools for reconnaissance, bombing, and dogfights. Ace pilots like the Red Baron became legends, turning the skies into battlefields. But here's a fun fact. Some early pilots would literally throw bricks or grenades out of their cockpits because machine guns hadn't yet been properly mounted. It sounds almost comical, but it shows how rapidly military aviation evolved during the war. Speaking of game changers, how about something that's both terrifying and invisible? Chemical weapons. Poison gases like chlorine and mustard gas brought a new level of horror to the battlefield. The sight of soldiers scrambling to put on their rudimentary gas masks is a chilling image. But here's a twist. Did you know that gas masks were inspired by miners' helmets? The need for quick innovation led to one of the most desperate arms races in history. Thankfully, international laws now ban these weapons, but their impact on World War I was undeniable. Here's a thought-provoking question. If you were a soldier in World War I, which would you fear more? A tank rolling toward you or the silent, deadly creep of poison gas? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's pivot to something a bit more subtle yet equally impactful. The radio. Communication in war is crucial, and before radio, it was often a chaotic mess of runners, pigeons, and unreliable telegraphs. The advent of wireless communication allowed commanders to coordinate troops in real time, even across vast distances. This invention didn't just change the war. It laid the groundwork for the interconnected world we live in today. But wait, what about submarines? The U-boat was Germany's secret weapon, prowling beneath the waves and striking fear into Allied ships. These underwater predators brought the war to the high seas, targeting both military and civilian vessels. Imagine being aboard a ship, knowing that an unseen enemy could strike at any moment. It's both thrilling and terrifying, isn't it? To make things even more engaging, here's a riddle for you. I am invisible yet deadly. I can change the tide of war, and I work best in silence. What am I? Think about it for a second. The answer is, of course, the submarine. Finally, let's not forget the unsung heroes, medical advancements. World War I saw the introduction of mobile X-ray units, blood transfusions, and antiseptics on a large scale. These innovations saved countless lives and laid the foundation for modern battlefield medicine. One incredible story is that of Marie Curie, the famous scientist who developed mobile X-ray units that were used to treat wounded soldiers. She literally brought science to the front lines. So, what can we learn from all of this? The horrors of war often force humanity to innovate at an astonishing pace. But these inventions, many born out of desperation, continue to shape our lives in unexpected ways. Here's a final question to leave you with. Which of these inventions do you think had the biggest impact on the world beyond the war? Tanks, planes, radio? Let's discuss it below. I'd love to hear your take. World War I was a turning point in so many ways, not just for nations, but for technology, medicine, and even the way we view the world. These inventions remind us of the incredible ingenuity and the profound costs of human conflict. What invention will shape the next century? Only time will tell.
Thank you for watching.